As you talk sports, today we're talking boxing, proudly joined by Harley Benn. First time on the channel, how you doing, Harley?
I'm all good, thank you for having me on, mate. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. First thing I need to say, you're looking very drippy, you've got the chains on the watch. Can you give me a quick rundown?
Listen, you got the Palm Angels tracksuit, you got the Cuban, you got the boxing chain, you got the AP, and you got this. This is the most important. This is probably not very expensive at all, but it's a good luck charm from my mum. So this is probably the most important thing.
Yeah.
And we got the J4s. So yeah, man.
How much is the Cuban chain? How much is the boxing chain?
Bro, we're not going to talk numbers in it, but enough. Oh yeah, we forgot the pinky as well.
Looking iced out. But anyway, today we're in Bolton. Lyndon Arthur's got a massive fight, possibly to become a world champion. Do you think he's going to get through?
I do. I think I genuinely believe my opinion. I think he's going to stop him quick. And I know that this Suarez is no mug whatsoever. I just believe Lyndon wants to make a big statement tonight, and I think he's going to let his right hand go from early. And there's only a certain amount of them you can hold. So.
And another massive fight is tomorrow in Manchester, again staying around the area. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Liam Smith. Do you think that's repeat or revenge?
I think it's revenge. I honestly do. Being a Benn as well, I'm being honest. I think it's revenge this time. Eubank got caught last time. Don't get me wrong. It could go. It could go the same way. But I just believe. I think Eubank could do it this time. So yeah, that would be my prediction. Is a Eubank win. I don't know how, but tomorrow I would say revenge.
And do you think? So do you think it was more of a blip? And if it was a blip, do you think Eubank can go back on his quest to becoming a world champion, or do you think he's not at that level?
I rate Eubank as a boxer. He's got a great engine. I mean, he's got a great chin, but then obviously that then is questioned now because probably one of the smallest guys he fought was the only person to stop him. So has he got a chin? I believe he's got a chin. He might have just got caught in completely the wrong place. If he wins, does that put him back on? I think my brother beats him. So if they was to come through, if Eubank was to come through that and they was to match up, I believe my brother stops him. But if he beats Smith, I mean, in good fashion, why not carry on? So yeah, I don't think the quest is on for him if he beats Smith.
And a bit more about your brother. We're hearing reports that he could be fighting in Los Angeles, somewhere in America.
They're coming towards the end of the month. Yeah, so end of September. What's September the 1st, isn't it today? Yeah. So towards the end of the month, he should be looking to fight.
And it's looking now he's been cleared. We want to put all that controversy behind him. Where do you see the next year for Conor Benn?
We'll have to wait and see because I got asked this a year ago and I said, yeah, we'll see him in a couple of months, knocking people out, and still not. And a year later I got asked the same question. So hopefully we're back in the ring, ranked high, and doing what he does best.
And as for you, you unfortunately came up a bit short in your last fight. Yeah. What's next for you?
I'll be Mick Hennessy Jr. I'll be real. That is next for me, whether I'm allowed to say it or whether I'm not. Mick Hennessy Jr. at the O2. My biggest fight night to date, and I'm going to win by stoppage.
Is that a definite?
That's a definite. Yeah, definite.
And I think a lot of people would think that Mick may beat you. What have you got to say to those people?
I think a lot of people think Mick will beat me. Just purely maybe going off of my last performance, maybe going on the lack of talent, on the lack of experience. But me and him have sparred before. I know it's completely different. I didn't like fighting in Dubai. I didn't like the climate. It just wasn't set out for me the way. I didn't feel comfortable. No excuse, don't get me wrong. When I was walking up to that ring, I thought I was going to beat Fazan Anwar. There's no excuse. I did think I was going to beat him. But Mick Hennessy, I know when the going gets tough in that fight, which it will for us both, I will come out on top. I will. I will. I've never hit the canvas, touch wood, and I don't plan to, and he will not be the man to make me touch the canvas. So, yeah, I'm going to be there for the full 10. He might not be.
And hopefully that all goes for the best for you. Another massive fight is somebody you sparred with, KSI versus Tommy Fury. You've been on record saying that he's got a lot of power. Do you think that KSI gets that job done?
After sparring KSI, I can honestly say, after all the people I have sparred, hundreds of boxers I've sparred at all different weights, he is the hardest I've ever been hit, and he was wearing 20-ounce gloves. That's a fact. I've got no shame in saying that KSI is the hardest I've ever been hit by.
Did he put you down or anything, or did he just...
Never, don't touch me and the canvas, we don't get on. He didn't put me down, nothing like that. But he landed some good shots, and I felt them. He can punch, man. Like, he can really, really whack. I believe he flattens Tommy in 3. I'll be honest, genuinely. 20-ounce gloves, and I was feeling the power. 10-ounce gloves, he clips you on the chin, that's it.
And obviously, power doesn't win everything. Do you think that he's got some good boxing ability as well, or do you think that his extreme power just overrides Tommy's more experience and arguable skill?
KSI's boxing ability, I didn't think was that great in the sense of his foundations of boxing, but he was landing on me, so he was doing something right. Do you know what I mean? He's very awkward, unorthodox, and very powerful. So, if anything, them kind of people can be harder to fight than boxers that know how to box fundamentally. I think it's going to be a very short and long night for Tommy Fury. I do, yeah. That's my opinion.
That's very interesting. As you talk sports, proudly joined by Harley, Benn. I really appreciate you coming on the channel.
Thank you very much.
Speak to you soon. Take care of yourself.
Speak to you soon. Take care, bro.